this new set that's come in. So pretty. Oh, someone new. Wonder if they're just browsing. Do you need some help? Yeah, come on. Hello. I don't believe that I've seen you in here before. Oh, it is your first visit. Well, welcome. My name is Rose, and I'm here to make your scent journey even easier. At Aroma, we specialise in scents that awaken the soul and will just enrich your life. So, are you looking for anything in particular today, or are you just having a little look around? Oh, wonderful. Yes. So, some essential oils perhaps. Fantastic. Well, I think whenever, either you move into a new place or someone you know does, I think adding different scents can really just make a house a home, and it's a wonderful way to just personalise things. And whilst scent is a very personal experience, I think it's also a wonderful way to show how much potentially you know a loved one by giving them that gift of scent, something that either reminds them of you or vice versa, and I just think that's really lovely. So, you've thought about candles and things. Yes, so the diffusers. Oh, you have one. Wonderful. So we're just looking for some oils then to gift with that. Fantastic. Well, funnily enough, before you walked on over, I was actually just looking at our brand new essential oils, specially selected gift box, but we do sell all of these separately. But if you'd like, I can talk you through the 14 pure and natural essential oils that are in here. Yeah? Wonderful. Everything in the store is all pure and natural. We're very careful where we source all of our oils from. So let me open this up. This is available to buy as a gift set should you wish, but you can purchase each of them individually as well. So I think the best thing to do, as you mentioned you were sort of a little bit new to the world of essential oils, is for me to just talk you through each one. And for me, I like to recommend purchasing 2 to 3 for that custom blend. Okay, so let's begin with a nice familiar one, and that is lavender. So let's lift that up. Lovely little bottle. So, as these are pure essential oils, you don't need too much, but again it's all to preference. So I'll give you a smell first. It's really lovely, isn't it? There is a audio book to do with the lavender fields of Provence, read by Stephen Fry. I believe it's on the Calm app, and it's one of my favourite audiobooks to listen to. And whenever I do listen to it, I can oddly almost smell the lavender. So for me, it resonates a calm feeling. What does it resonate for you? Lovely. Sort of just gets you in that state of mindfulness. It's really good for the body and the soul. And of course, essential oils don't just have to be used in things like diffusers. You can use them as part of massage oil. You can just add in a couple of drops. If you do want to use these though for use on the body, I just recommend just doing a little test on maybe your inside of your wrist or something, just to check you don't get any reaction. You can also add this to your bath water. You can just soak away all that stress and tension. Lavender's used in so many relaxation products, so you often find it in eye masks and pillows and all sorts. So something like moving into a new home can be a very stressful experience. I think it's one of the top 3 things. I believe it's getting married, getting divorced, moving house. I think they're the top 3. So something like a lavender is a wonderful thing to gift. You're going to help to de-stress them, which is always good. So let's pop that one back down for a moment, and let's pick up the next one. Now, the next fragrance is Bergamot, and this is a really wonderful scent actually. It's been known to help to reduce headaches and tension as well. But it's just a really lovely scent. So let me give you a smell. Yes. How does it make you feel? Some say it's quite good at sort of boosting confidence actually. It almost has a sort of citrusy note to it. Yeah. Do you think this is a sort of scent they would like? Sure. Absolutely, and I think giving that selection, they can personalize it to them, but I just think this is really, really wonderful. I think anything slightly citrusy is nice and energizing, and for them moving into this new place, they're probably going to be feeling quite tired and stressed. So having something that just gives them that little bit of a lift is wonderful, and it's nice and mood boosting as well. So that's a really lovely option. Do you have a preference between the lavender and this? Absolutely, they're both wonderful in their own way, aren't they? Let's pop this one down then. Wonderful. Now the next one, funny enough, is rather citrusy because it is lemon. There we go. Just trying to squeeze it out the box. They are quite nicely packed. So, lemon is known for being mood boosting and nice and stimulating, and it's just a really nice, fresh, zingy sort of energy that will be brought to any home. It's so lovely, honestly. It always makes me think of pancakes when I smell anything citrusy or lemony. I love pancakes with sugar and lemon on. Very classic. But this, I think, in the home is rather welcoming. I would say probably the bergamot or the lemon, one or the other, just because I feel like the lemon would overpower that and that would overpower this. So it's not really worth having that. I'm just looking to see if there are any other citrus ones. We do have an orange here. Yeah, so I'd probably say one or the other. But this is wonderfully detoxifying. So if you're looking for that detoxing energy, a bit of lemon is always going to do wonders. Summery, yes. Would you describe them as a summer or winter sort of person? Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Well, I think picking out things that are sort of reminiscent of somebody's favourite sort of time of year or favourite memories, it's always going to be a winner. And for me, when it comes to gifts, you can have all the money in the world, but if you get something that's personal, something that shows you've thought of them, then money is totally irrelevant. I would much rather receive something small and thoughtful than something that cost a lot of money just for the sake of it. So let's get out our next fragrance. And I have to say this next one is a personal favourite. Now typically it is known for its antiseptic properties in the world of sort of medicine. But our next one is tea tree oil, and I find this oddly comforting. It is a bit of a hit and miss, but I personally think that with a sort of lift of the lemon is quite a nice combination. Yes, I mean, tea tree oil actually, when added to the skin, is actually wonderful for dehydration of the skin. Also has cooling properties. It's a very good thing, I think, to have in your home for many different reasons. But yes, what are your thoughts on this one? I agree. Again, scent should be all about either, I think, being invigorating, waking you up, awakening those senses, or it should be about making you feel relaxed and calm. So the next one is definitely a zingy fragrance, and let me just try and get it out of its little holder. And there we go. So the next one is Spearmint, and this is actually one of my favourite fragrances because it's really uplifting. I always used to remember using a body wash that had spearmint in, and it really did wake you up in the morning. But this is really lovely. Spearmint is actually known, I believe it's used in rheumatoid arthritis and for joint pain as well, if you were going to use it on the body. But within the home, I think it's quite refreshing. Yeah. I think you have to be careful what you pair something like this with. Again, I would probably take a citrusy top note with this. Maybe even more of a sandalwood base note to balance it. But what are your thoughts on this one compared to the tea tree? Okay. No, absolutely. You know, the way we all experience scent individually is just wonderful, and it's all about that tailored personal experience. So this next one is one of my favorites because this is rose. And this genuinely, I think, is such a pretty scent. I do like wearing this little bit of a perfume as well. It's like stepping into an English rose garden. It really is just, it's beautiful. Yeah. Exactly. This does go nicely actually with mint. Yeah. Orange, lemon, anything citrusy. You can underline it with anything woody as well. But rose is such a multi-purpose essential oil. It can be used for relaxation. Again, use it in your bath, and it just really helps to relax all those muscles as well, which is what we want. But it's also equally energizing and refreshing. So what do you think of this? This is our first floral scent. So this as well is really meant to sort of loosen any tension in the body and mind. So again, speaking about who you're buying for, I think this may be a nice one. It's nice to have some kind of floral element to a mix, and something like rose is just really classic. Of course. No, absolutely. I like to use rose actually quite a lot in massage oils. I was saying earlier you can add those. And for me, it's really, really good at, I'm just swapping those two over there, to help with sore muscles, any pain, and you smell good at the same time. Now the next one, we've had spearmint. The next one is peppermint, which has a sort of similar tone to it, as it were. But this is one of the oldest and most highly regarded herbs, and it's very, very rejuvenating. It's wonderful for sprains, muscle pains, and very good at waking you up. To the spearmint, yeah, this is much more pure. It's a little bit punchier, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's all about just tailoring what's going to work for you, and in this case, your lovely friend. So, these are just really, really wonderful. Yes, of course. If you just hold out your wrist, a couple of drops. They're all slightly different on the skin, and especially if you start mixing them with oils, as well. But again, it's just about what you think, would be best. But this in a diffuser is particularly nice because it is slightly stronger. It can overtake, so that's just worth keeping in mind. It's also one of those fragrances that is, a love it or hate it. So if you're erring on the side of caution, I would say potentially pick something that's a little bit more mild. If you were buying this for yourself, then I would say go for it. But as it is for someone else, just keep that in mind. Yeah, even the spearmint, to be honest with you. Sure. Yes, I have one that you may like then. So, our next one is rosemary. Now, rosemary is actually known to stimulate hair growth, boost mental activity, has many health benefits, can even help with respiratory problems as well. Yes, so we have rosemary here, and so lovely. I love to grow herbs at home, and this is one of the ones that I do grow. And thyme, of course, classic combination. So this actually, as an essential oil, is oddly subtle, I would say. Yeah. This would be very easy to mix in with something else, yeah. This works well with the lavender and the bergamot, yeah. It is, it's really, really nice. It's almost a little bit minty as well, oddly. I love the smell of sort of rosemary in your hand. It's just really, really nice. Fresh rosemary, but and all those benefits as well. And I just really think it's a delight. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, we've just got a few more to go. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to go. So let's pop that back. But we've been liking them so far. Good. I'm not keeping you too long, am I? Oh, good, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So the next one is sweet orange. And as we know, oranges are great for immune boosting. Very good for acne treatments as well because of the vitamin C content. But as an essential oil, this is wonderful mixed in with the sort of creams, lotions, oils, and used on the body. But one of my favourite scents to have in a room. Yes, it's really, really lovely, isn't it? It's just something about just that smell of that fresh orange, almost like it's been freshly cut. Yeah, I can sort of imagine that in their home. Have you been to their new home yet? You've seen pictures, okay. So can you imagine this sort of working with the vibe of the home? Yeah? Makes me picture anything to do with oranges and lemons. I always think of Italy. Sat sort of sipping away on something very nice. Cobbled streets, lined with trees. Perfect. I just think there's something so lovely about any type really of citrusy scent. It's just, it fills the room, and I think it always reminds me of summer. Absolutely. I think that's really important, especially for a new home. You want it to feel welcoming and make you smile. So, along the lines of fruity things, I have grapefruit next, which is actually really great for fatigue, help with things like depression as well. Now, grapefruit isn't one of my personal favourite scents or tastes, but I think mixed in with some things is very, very nice. It's not especially strong, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think it would get overpowered, so, things like grapefruit can help with cold, so I always say to people who come in and they're looking to buy a gift for someone who maybe isn't very well, I suggest things like this. But as your friend is well, this perhaps isn't too much of an essential oil. Essential oil. Okay, so let's pop that one down then. Now, the next one is eucalyptus. Now this naturally hydrates damaged tissues. Can't speak today. But this is a really, really lovely Particularly lovely scent. It's giving you the sort of the healing vibes. Yeah. It's rather lovely. Yes, this is a great one to mix with things. It's very, very popular. Amazing. Okay, they're a fan of plants. This may be a really good choice then. Yeah. I'd say again, maybe one of the citrusy ones. Yeah, it's really complementary to it. And as we know, as I mentioned, there are lots of health benefits to so many of the essential oils, but eucalyptus is anti-inflammatory as well. I always think when you need a bit of a boost, a few drops of this, it's just rather lovely. Fantastic. Well, I'm so glad we're building up a little bit of a sort of scent profile here. Yeah. Good. I think this is the only way really to discover, what you do like and what you don't. So the next scent is Jasmine, which is again wonderful at dealing with stress and anxiety. Jasmine is one of my most favourite scents. I love it growing in the garden. Whenever I walk past somebody who's got it in their front garden as well, you can always smell it and it's beautiful. So, smell. It's just so pretty. It's really, really fresh. It's a little bit more heady, of a sort of floral fragrance. Yeah, I'd say if the person you were buying for doesn't like anything that's quite strong, maybe this potentially isn't the best one, but I think it's lovely. Yeah, you like it? Good. Do you think they would? Fantastic. I can see you're going to end up liking so many of these. You may need to buy another diffuser. Yes. Even this with the eucalyptus would be so lovely. Me too. Actually, if we're talking about sort of fragrances, I typically prefer more masculine scents. I don't love loads of really strong, overpowering floral scents, even though I do like the rose and the jasmine. I would typically go for something more pared down, more masculine in sort of scent. So the next one I think you're gonna like, which is Sandalwood. So love these little bottles as well. They're cute, aren't they? Really, really nice. So see, a mix of that, and you don't need too much of this. Yeah, it just tones everything down, makes it much more sort of earthy. It gives it almost a bit of a spice. Yeah. So you could easily pair this with something minty. To be honest with you, it's a really good base note to use for anything. It's got lots of healing properties to it. So if you did want to use this as, part of a massage thing as well. Good. And I think that's a nice way to gift something as well. I can put whatever you choose in a nice little gift selection box, and you can gift that with a diffuser. And I could even recommend to you a massage oil as well. Maybe gift that at the same time, and you've got a wonderful sort of gift package to give to somebody, to just really welcome them, help them settle into their new home, and help them relax on so many different levels. Well, I am so glad. Right then, so let's move on to the final scent, which I can never say. Let's just get it out. There we go. So, and this is actually known as being wonderful to fight things like diabetes. Also any sort of heart things, improve blood flow. So, and again, it's nice, I think, to have one of the fragrances something to do with health. I always think that's nice, especially when somebody's going through a stressful time. So this is Ylang Ylang, and I think it's quite sort of an acquired scent, I would say. I know what you mean. Yes, it does. It does smell quite similar to that. It's sort of I was going to say a bit aniseedy, but it's aniseedy sort of mixed with sherbet. Yeah. Again, as a mixer, I wouldn't necessarily have this on its own. Yeah. Interesting. Well, that is the selection of 14 of the essential oils. Obviously, we do have many more, but I didn't want to overwhelm you, so it was quite handy. I had this little box of goodness here. Now, decision time. I really can't speak today, can I? Decision time. What tickles your fancy with these? Yeah. Wonderful. May I perhaps suggest the spearmint then? Yeah, to go along with that mix. Fantastic. Well, let me get those 4 for you. There we go. The eucalyptus there. And the lavender. The jasmine. And the spearmint. Wonderful. Perfect little selection. Now, we do have a selection of gift bags and boxes. They are all natural, as you can see, made from recycled materials. So are there any there that you particularly like? Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I will have to go and get some more just from the stock room, just as they're displays, okay? But I will leave you here. I will just pop those back actually, because I will go and get you, of course, some new sealed ones. Now, did you want me to select you a plain massage oil as well? Yeah? It's just a very basic one. It's in a beautiful bottle though. Yeah, I will grab that from the stockroom as well. Now, is there anything else at all that I can help you with? You sure? Very well. Well, Thank you so much for just taking this time out with me and exploring these scents. It's been so lovely. You're so welcome. I'll just go and get your fresh scents for you and gift wrap everything up. Alright, please feel free to just have a wander around the store.